Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise, bring you insights that actually help you get informed without, drowning in information. Today we're diving deep into a tool that's really shaken things up for a lot of us, ChatGPT. We're going to look at its power, but also its big limitations and really how you can use it effectively, make it work for you. Guiding us is someone who really, really knows their stuff with AI tools like this. Tons of practical experience. Welcome.
Hey, it's great to be here. Yeah, my goal today is really practical. Share what I've learned from, using ChatGPT a lot. Hands-on stuff, not just the theory, but the how and why, Lots of people use it, but maybe not effectively. Let's try and change that.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's jump right in. ChatGPT is everywhere now. From your experience, what are the big pluses? What makes it so useful right off the bat?
Well, it's interesting. It's not just what it does, but how it kind of changes how we even approach tasks. The biggest thing, rapid text generation. I mean, that's the obvious one. But think about it. Normally, writing means staring at a blank page, right? Creating from zero. With ChatGPT, you're not creating the first draft so much as you're editing something it gives you. That saves huge amounts of initial effort.
So it shifts the workload from starting to refining.
Exactly. Summaries, report drafts, even little bits of code, boom, it's there fast. That's pretty revolutionary, actually.
That is a different way to think about it. Changes the whole process.
Yeah. And beyond that, it's amazing for idea generation, inspiration,
Like getting unstuck.
Totally. We've all been there, right? Blank page, brain's just empty. Instead of sitting there for hours, you can just throw a couple of keywords at it, a big idea maybe, and suddenly you've got like 3 new angles or 10 bullet points you hadn't even thought of. It's like a brainstorming buddy. It can really kickstart things when you're feeling stuck, get the creative juices flowing again.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
A big help for writer's block or just needing a fresh look. And what about different languages? We're all working more globally now.
Oh yeah, that's another big one. Cross-language translation. It's pretty impressive how well it handles that. Think about diverse teams, international clients. It makes communication so much easier.
Just smoothing things over.
Yeah, getting the message across clearly. I've even used it to draft quick emails in languages I barely know just to make sure the tone is right, polite.
Okay, those are some really strong advantages. Big boosts for productivity, creativity. But like any powerful tool, there have to be downsides, right? It's not magic. Understanding the limits seems just as important. So what are the big blind spots, the things people really need to watch out for? And maybe how is it different from just, say, using Google?
That's a really important point because a lot of people do think it's like a super Google, and that's not quite right. The biggest issue, the one you absolutely have to know about, is what AI folks call hallucination.
Hallucination?
Yeah, it sounds weird, but it basically means ChatGPT can just make stuff up. Incorrect information, things that don't exist. It's not lying exactly. It's more like it's predicting the next word based on all the text it learned from. Sometimes the most likely sequence of words isn't actually true.
Okay. So it sounds confident, but it might be totally wrong.
Exactly. It can be incredibly convincing. That's why you always, always need a human to check the facts. Verification is key.
That's a huge difference from a search engine pulling up existing web pages.
Right. And tied to that is its lack of real-time connectivity.
Meaning?
It can't access the live internet. Google is constantly indexing. ChatGPT's knowledge stopped at a certain point when it was trained.
So anything recent, breaking news, developments, it just won't know.
Pretty much. It's working off historical data, not a live feed. That's a fundamental thing to remember.
Okay, good to know. So its knowledge is wide, but not always current or super deep in every single area.
Correct. Which leads to limited deep domain expertise and knows a lot about a lot of things broadly. But for really specialized fields, complex medical stuff, specific legal advice, cutting-edge engineering, it just doesn't have the depth. It can't replace an actual expert's judgment in those critical areas. It's a great starting point, maybe, but not the final word.
Not the expert consultant.
Definitely not. And finally, maybe the most fundamental thing, it doesn't think.
Right. No critical thinking.
No, not at all. This is so important. Absence of critical thinking. It doesn't understand context like humans do. It can't reason, question things, form actual opinions. Its answers are just based on patterns in the data it trained on.
So it might sound logical, but it's not actually reasoning it out?
Precisely. It's processing, generating text, but not thinking. You, the human, have to bring the judgment, the critical assessment.
That's really crucial for everyone listening. Knowing these limits is step one to using it well. Okay, so Knowing those limitations, how can we still make it a powerful tool? Especially for learning. How can it actually, upgrade how we learn?
Yeah, absolutely. The key shift, I think, is moving from passive learning to active learning. First up, knowledge organization and supplementation. I use it a lot to get quick summaries of complex stuff, dense articles, long meeting notes, you name it.
Okay, like getting the Cliff Notes version fast.
Exactly. It gives you the main points quickly. And this is the vital part, linking back to verification, you have to follow up. Go to the original sources, the reliable ones, to check it and really understand it deeply. It speeds up getting oriented, but it's not the end of the road.
Right. Use it to get started, then dig deeper elsewhere. Makes sense.
Yeah. Another technique I really like is reverse questioning.
Yeah.
Or reverse problem solving.
How does that work?
It's a real active learning trick. Instead of just asking ChatGPT for the answer straight away, try to solve the problem yourself first. Or draft your own answer. Then use ChatGPT to compare or critique what you did.
Ah, I see. So you engage your brain first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It forces you to wrestle with the material. And often, seeing ChatGPT's approach highlights your own blind spots or gives you new ideas you wouldn't have thought of. It's about self-assessment, really finding out what you know.
That's smart. It really forces you to think actively before getting the easy answer. What else? Any other active strategies?
Definitely. You can use it for generating practice material. This is great for studying. Ask it to create quizzes for you on specific topics, or practice questions based on something you just read.
Tailored self-testing.
Yeah, it helps lock in the knowledge and shows you exactly where you're still shaky. And for something more interactive, try role-playing.
Role-playing. With ChatGPT.
Yeah, ask it to act like a teacher, or maybe an interviewer, or even a skeptical colleague. You can have mock Q&A sessions. It's fantastic for interview prep, practicing how you explain things, defending your points, low-stakes practice.
Wow. Okay, that really shifts learning from just reading to actually doing.
That's the goal, making learning active and way more efficient.
Okay, so that's learning covered. Now, what about the professional world? Day-to-day work. How does it help boost productivity there?
Oh, it can be a huge time saver in professional settings, especially for repetitive stuff or tasks that need some initial structure. Take preliminary data analysis. This is one I find super useful.
How so?
Imagine you get a spreadsheet, tons of columns, you don't really know what's what. Instead of spending ages figuring it out, you can paste some headers, maybe a few rows of data, and ask ChatGPT. What is this likely showing? What analyses usually get run on this kind of data?
Okay.
It can often clarify what you're looking at, suggest first steps for analysis, maybe even point out potential quick insights. Saves hours of just poking around, like a quick start guide for your data.
That could definitely cut down on that initial confusion stage. What about writing? Emails, reports.
Oh, absolutely. Drafting written content, emails, reports, presentation outlines, even marketing stuff. I often get it to generate a first draft. It just gets words on the page, overcomes that blank screen fear.
Right, gets you started.
Yeah. Then my energy goes into refining it, improving the quality, adding my specific voice or strategy. It handles the initial heavy lifting. I focus on the value add.
So it's like an assistant for the first pass, letting you be the editor and strategist. What about technical roles? Coding.
Yeah, it's surprisingly good there too. For code debugging, for instance.
Like finding errors.
Yeah, if you get some weird error message you don't understand, paste it in.
Yeah.
ChatGPT can often explain what it means, suggest fixes, maybe offer alternative ways to do it. And it can generate basic code frameworks or boilerplate stuff for new projects. Gives you a starting point, saves time on setup. It's like having a junior coder helping out.
That sounds incredibly useful for developers, especially with frustrating bugs. And thinking about teams, maybe global ones. How does it help collaboration?
It's really good for facilitating cross-departmental communication or cross-cultural communication.
Beyond just translation.
Yeah, translation is part of it, but it's also about tone. You can ask it to make a message more formal or more friendly or more concise. Ensure it sounds polite, especially across cultures where nuances matter. Helps avoid misunderstandings, keeps communication smooth, making sure the message lands right.
Those are some really solid practical uses. It really can speed things up. But circling back to the risks, that hallucination thing, especially how do we use it smartly? What are the must-do techniques to avoid mistakes?
Right, this is absolutely critical. Smart usage is key. Rule number 1 always is verifying information sources.
Or check its work.
Always. Especially if it's technical info, medical, legal, financial, anything important. Never just take its output as fact. Think of it like a very helpful, very fast, but sometimes unreliable intern. You have to check their work before you use it. Cross-reference with known, trusted sources.
That makes sense. Trust, but verify. But how do you do that quickly? Does it slow you down? Are there specific things where you absolutely must verify?
Good question. For anything high-stakes stats, technical details, health advice, financial stuff, verification is non-negotiable. Period. My quick method. Often I'll ask ChatGPT where it got something or what its source was. Then I'll do a quick search myself on a reputable site, government data, academic journals, trusted news sources to confirm. Also, really lean into multi-turn conversations. Don't just ask one question and expect perfection.
Keep talking to it.
Yeah. Refine your question. Give it more context. Ask follow-ups. Treat it like a real conversation. You'll guide it towards much better, more accurate answers. It's like chipping away at a block of marble to get the statue you want.
Okay, so iterate. Don't just take the first response. Anything else for getting better results?
Yes. Definitely specify roles and output formats. This helps a lot.
Tell it who to be.
Kind of. Like, say, act as a marketing expert advising a small business, or explain this complex scientific concept like I'm a high school student. Giving it a role helps it focus. And tell it how you want the answer. Give me bullet points. Write a 300-word summary. Output this as Python code. Stops it from rambling and gives you what you actually need.
That's a great tip for framing the request. And lastly, how about using it with other tools? Can that help with reliability?
Hugely important. Integrating external tools is key. Don't rely only on ChatGPT. Use it alongside traditional search engines for current info. Use it with specialized databases for deep, verified knowledge.
So mix and match.
Exactly. Maybe brainstorm an outline with ChatGPT, then jump to Google Scholar or PubMed to find actual studies and recent data to back it up or correct it. Build an ecosystem where each tool covers the weaknesses of the others. That's how you get reliable, accurate results.
Okay, so pulling this all together.
Yeah.
After discussing the good, the bad, the how-to, what's the real takeaway for listeners? What's the true value here?
I think the main thing is this. See ChatGPT as an accelerator, not an autopilot.
Accelerator.
Yeah. Its real value isn't just what it does automatically. It's in how you ask, how you verify, and how you integrate what it gives you. It boosts your abilities, helps you do more faster, maybe even smarter. But it absolutely doesn't replace your brain, your critical thinking, your judgment. That's still on you. So maybe the next time you open ChatGPT, just ask yourself this quick question. Am I using this to cut corners and be lazy, or am I using it to help me actually learn and grow?
That's a really powerful thought to end on, a crucial distinction. Thank you so much for walking us through all this. It's clear that if you approach it right, understand the pitfalls, and use it strategically, ChatGPT can be an amazing tool. And if you found this deep dive useful, please do subscribe to the deep dive wherever you listen. That way you won't miss our future explorations. Next time, we're actually going to build right on this conversation. We'll get super practical with prompt engineering. We'll show you exactly how to write effective prompts for things like polishing your resume or even doing some data analysis. Real hands-on stuff. Definitely don't miss that one. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep growing.